I was talking to someone the other day in a bar just over there, and I try not to talk about politics because I don't know what to fucking say anymore. But he's like, what is with Trump? Why do people like him? And I'm like, I don't fucking know. And I really don't. It's like, ages ago, I talked about how I thought he was just a bully. And he still is. He's still a horrible bully. But he's almost got past that and taken over the entire schoolyard without any, like, kickback. Because big corporations are just like going, oh, here's 16 million, here's 42 million, whatever. And it's like, America's just lost its balls. It just lost its balls. It's like, stand up to the fucker, for Christ's sake. But they don't, and they just let him get away with it. And he does things that he can't do. He's not legally entitled to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico. But he did. And the second he's gone, it'll revert back, because it just will. And the world of boats and airplanes don't give a shit what Trump says. It's the Gulf of Mexico, because it just is. But why do people like him? And I don't know. I mean, I even have a couple of friends who, although they have been quiet over the past 2 weeks maybe, they MAGA people, and you're like, not hardcore MAGA people. I don't think they owned a hat, but they still were like, no, he's doing a good job. And you're like, he's rounding up fucking innocent Hispanic people who have never caused you a problem, and yet you don't care that they're now being sent to jails in foreign countries. And it's like, how do people like that exist? How do people like that walk around amongst us? People who think it's okay to do that, to treat people like that. But there you go. So I don't understand it, and I try to wrap my head around it, because this is a significant point in world history. You know, it's not just American history. It's like, I got some money sent from a US account to an EU account, and it was 15% less than I was expecting. You know why? Because the dollar is all the way fucking down right now, and it doesn't buy as many euros as it used to, which makes it cheap for Europeans to buy American stuff. But Americans don't make that much stuff to buy. You know, it's like, I forgot which country it was now. Japan. Japan was like, Japan's got very strict safety restrictions on cars, but Japan has little streets. You don't want a fucking Ford F-350 driving down a little Japanese street or a French street. You could give away American cars in France, and they would be like, no. And they'd be right. They don't want American stuff. And tourism has just cratered. It's just gone down and down and down. And you talk to MAGA people online, and you're like, tourism's really down a lot. And they're like, don't care. They don't care. They don't have passports. They don't need to leave America, and they just don't care. And it's like, wow, you really don't care. And you talk to them about Epstein, and they're like, yeah, well, the Democrats should have released the files. And you're like, look, there are reasons that they couldn't release the files, but yeah, maybe Biden should have made more effort to release the Epstein files. But I'm like, okay, let's release them now and see if there's any Democrats on there. You know, let's see. And if there are, and they get convicted of crimes, put them in fucking jail. But not one of them has answered when you go, yeah, Yeah, let's release the Epstein. You suggest releasing the Epstein files, and they're like, well, why do the Democrats do it? And you're like, I don't know. I'm not a political genius, but they won't go. Yeah, they should release. They're like, no, doesn't need to be released. And you're like, I lived through fucking Watergate. You know, one security guard finding an unlocked door brought down the entire Nixon administration. I mean, it was just a small burglary, nothing much. But I think the Epstein files will go down in history as being more significant than Watergate. I don't know. I hope so. If you haven't seen All the President's Men, you should watch it now. It's very relevant. So anyway, happy Sunday, everybody.